Hello friends, welcome back. Hope you're doing well. I'm excited to announce the availability of my new preset pack for Luminar Neo called Lovely Light. If you're like me, you enjoy shooting at the edges of the day. So that's sunrise and sunset, blue hour, golden hour, twilight, all those kind of edges of the day times when the light is soft and yummy and there may be some great color. But even if there's not some great color, these presets can help. I've spent countless hours and in fact years honing my skills and everything that I do in Luminar Neo, and I've poured a lot of that into these presets so that you can get the most out of your images. And to be clear, these are specifically targeted for those edges of the day. This is not really built for middle of the day, bright sunlight kind of stuff. These are soft, edge of the day sort of presets, great for cityscapes, landscapes, things like that. Let me show you what these are all about. And if you're interested in this preset pack, it's now available on my website at the link down below. By the way, this preset pack will show up in your purchased section. So to load a preset pack, you click on File and Add Luminar Neo Preset Collection. You grab the file from your desktop, and then I'll just take this image. You pop over to the Presets tab, and what you would do is you click on Purchased. It'll show up right there, and there it is, Lovely Light. Let me click into that and give you an example of what these presets can do to your images. Now, I've got them categorized for you and named based on the kind of image that they're for. Quite a few are for sunsets, of course, and to be honest, sunrise would be an interchangeable term. But again, it's lower light but not dark like blue hour, because I've got specific blue hour presets down here that are targeted for that particular kind of look. But sunset 1, sunset 2, 3, 4, you've got a simple pop, you've got a smooth sunset. You can see upon hover all the different things that these presets will do to your photos. I'm going to skip blue hour because generally speaking, blue hour is of course going to be darker than sunset. And so those presets are made for images that are going to be darker. They won't look good on a particular kind of lighter sunset like this because it'll make the image too bright. That's what the presets are for, to help you get the best possible look out of that time of day. Here's a golden hour look. There's 4 of those. I've got this moody sunset. I've got this smooth cool and smooth warm. And I've got 3 at the end here that are called subtle sunset 1, 2, and 3. All just offer up slightly different looks that give a nice impact to your image. Let me go ahead and show you another example here. That first one, of course, was a seascape. This is a cityscape, but this one, again, you can come in and get some beautiful, beautiful color on your images without having to spend a lot of time trying to fine-tune the colors. Speaking of fine-tuning, if you want to, just click on a preset to select it. If it's a little too much, in this case, maybe you think it's a little too much, you've got a couple of different options. You can reduce the amount of this preset, so it's kind of like an opacity slider. And what that will do is reduce the percentage of this preset that's applied, including every filter that's in this preset. So they all get reduced by the percentage amount that you reduce this down to. So you can do it that way, or you can leave it at 100 or adjust it. It's your choice. But then click into Edit, and what you can do is go in the Edit tab, and you can come in to look at the various color tools or lighting tools and make adjustments and refinements to get the look that you want in your image. Maybe it's a little too warm for you. You can pull down golden hour a little bit. You could go into toning and maybe slightly pull that down a little bit. And maybe even in color harmony, maybe you want to reduce that intensity of some of these warmer colors. And what you'll end up finding here is an updated version of the preset that's reflecting the changes you just made and a little bit more customized to your taste. Because let's be honest, every preset does not work perfectly on every single photo. I highly recommend that you go in and make adjustments to fine-tune them. The cool thing about presets then, of course, is you can go down to this Actions menu on the bottom and you can click Save as Preset and save that update as a preset of your own. Now let me show you blue hour. I've got a blue hour cityscape here, and this is an example of where these blue hour presets will really help you get a nice pop to those blue hour shots. So here's this first one, blue hour 1. You can see the nice impact that's had on the image before and after. Blue hour 2, a little bit richer, a little bit moodier. And then blue hour 3 is actually a little bit tamer. Perhaps a slight bit brighter, but a little less intensity on the colors. And again, go in, customize, experiment, and then save it as your own preset to dial it in specifically to the targeted way you want the things to look on your photo. Now, the interesting thing about the blue hour presets is they're really only good on blue hour photos. You don't want to put them on like a sunset, for example. But the reverse is not true. You can put these sunset presets on top of a blue hour image, and while it will need to be brightened a little bit, the color impact will be there and will give you a really nice look as well. You could go in here and get these golden hour looks and that sort of thing. Let's say I like that look, but again, it's a little bit too dark because it's a darker photo to start with than what the preset was designed for. But that's easy. Go into Edit, click on Develop, slightly brighten that, or perhaps pull down the highlights, lift the shadows, add a little bit of contrast. You can see how you can really quickly dial that in and get a look that looks fantastic with one click and a couple of slider movements, and take a photo from basically 0 to hero pretty much like that. And the last thing I want to show you is on a landscape. And so it was a seascape, and then like blue hour demo and a cityscape, and of course I want to give you a landscape demo. Let me get into the presets tab, and this image is actually from the same place that the header image was taken on the same evening. That's actually probably a different photo than this demo, but I can come in here and I can do any of these. Like that looks fantastic, I think, but maybe it's not quite bright enough, and maybe the colors are a little too much. So go into Edit, and I would just grab Develop, the most powerful tool in Neo, and I use Develop honestly multiple times on every single edit. But here I might bring up the exposure a little bit. I would maybe bring down the highlights, slightly brighten the shadows, and maybe I would go into the color and just perhaps reduce the temperature a slight amount, maybe reduce the saturation just a tiny bit. You can do lots of different things, but as you can see, you can end up with a photo that looks fantastic with a couple of clicks and perhaps a couple of slider adjustments. That's my Lovely Light preset pack, now available on my website. Check it out if you're interested. And if you're not, hey, that's cool. I've still got plenty of free stuff on my website, including other preset pack, ebook, some PDFs, lots of different things. If you join my newsletter, that link is down below as well. Check those out if you're interested. And if not, hey, I'm going to be here every week making videos about this stuff anyway, because I just love it, and you can't stop me from doing it. I just have too much fun. I love interacting with you all. It's just a great community out here on YouTube. Thanks for the support and those sort of things. See you in the next video, my friends. You guys take care, and until next time, adios.